What's going on, everybody? So today we're gonna be working on this Lexus. It's a GS300. I think it's a 2008. And we're gonna be doing tie rods. They dropped it off last night. I want to do tires and then I'm gonna take for a little drive just to see how it feels. Just from driving it, I know it needs controllers bad. Yeah, today I'm going to show you how to do tie rods, motherfucker. Step number 1, get yourself a car that needs tie rods. Step number 2, get yourself some tie rods. Step number 3, get yourself the tools to do the tie rods. Alright, now, step number 4, we're going to jack up the car. We're going to take the wheels off. We're going to put some jacks in to be safe, so let's get it. Alright, so I wasn't going to make a video out of this because sometimes because of all this stuff is why I get this courage to make the video, because it's not as easy, and especially because I'm trying to make money out of this. I'm trying to make it on the time, make it on the customer's time and everything, so this gets a little bit complicated. But this is the reason why mechanics don't want you to get your own parts, and this is why paying for them to get them parts, even if it's more expensive than when you get them for, it is worth it, because then you run to these scenarios, and now at this point I have to charge this customer for this, I have to put it back together, and then he has to take his car home again and get the right parts and then bring it to me, because I don't think that he wants me to go get the parts right now, because the parts that we need are like $500 worth. So I'm still gonna make a video about this. So this customer brought me his Lexus to replace the tie rods. Now, yes, it does need tie rods, but the tie rods in this car come together with the ball joint for some reason. I didn't even know that. I think it's my first time doing tie rods in one of this, I guess. So yeah, so we need the ball joint as well. You can see this is the tie rod ball joint, and the metal is attached into the actual ball joint. So whenever you buy the ball joint, it also comes with the joint of the tie rod. When you buy the tie rod is just a metal piece. That's what my customer got, just a metal piece. So if I remove it and replace this, it's not gonna fix his problem. So yeah, I just sent a message to my customer, and I'm gonna wait to see what he wants me to do. I'm probably gonna put the car back together, and we're gonna make another video about it. So yeah, so what we're gonna do, we have 3 videos planned today. We are probably only gonna do 1. But it's going to be a little bit of a longer one because of this incident. So the video that we're going to be doing today is we're going to be comparing both GSs. So of course that's a GS300. That one is 2006. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first year that the generation was changed. So this is the first year that this one's came out. Of course this one is in pretty rough shape, and paint is bad. I like that it's black color. I also don't think that it's the most equipped. I think that it's a basic one. And the interior's not nice. The interior's 10. The car is pretty rough. The car has about 180,000 miles. I've done some work in this car. I think that the first time that I met this customer, I did his starter, and then I did a transmission fluid. We're gonna be comparing both generations of GSs. I wish we had another generation of GS to make it more, but we have my 1999 GS300. I believe this is the Gen 2. Yes, it's the 2nd generation of the GS, and then this is the 3rd generation of the GS. So, yep. We're going to drive them both. We're going to make a little video comparison. We're going to talk about the engine. We're going to talk about suspension. Of course, you know that my GS is modified and it has all the stuff. It's also very old and it's a shitbox. But we're going to be comparing it to it, of course. Now, if you know about cars, you know that the reality between these two, there's no comparison. This is a car that you get if you're not a car guy. This is a car that you get if you're... Yes, both are Lexus. Both are reliable, luxurious. But, of course, the physics in this... It's also not as reliable as the 2JZ, right? So the truth is that there's no reason for me to make this video, because if you know about cars, you obviously know which one is better and why, because the reason is just as simple as there's no other engine as the 2JZ. But either way, we're gonna drive them both. We're gonna make a side-by-side comparison. 2006, 1999. Those are pretty similar. Still, 4 headlights, similar design. Of course, my GS is modified. Even in the rear, we still have the quad taillights design. Let me know in the comments which generation do you like more? Both GSs, so both are 300s, which means that they are 6 cylinders, right? Second GS has a 2JC, and the third GS has the Toyota V6. Let's start both cars up. Let's look at the engines. Let's take them both for a drive. Push to start. Versus 2JC. It's not like I hate these cars or these engines. It's just like there's nothing like the 2JC. Like if you're gonna go one of these generations because you like how it looks on the outside, in my opinion, you have to go with a 400. Let's say a 430 or the 460 of this. It's crazy good. A V8, not this V6. So if you're getting a Lexus, in my opinion, it has to be a V8. If you get a 6-cylinder Lexus, it has to be a 2JC. So anything pre 2005. All right, we'll take that for a drive in a second. Let's hear my GS. Like I said, just no comparison at all because both cars are super different. One is modified, the other one is totally stock. Mine is still stock on the drivetrain though. But yeah, you know, like there's really no point in this video, there's no comparison, but we're still making a video out of it. Hell yeah, so let's start it. But yeah, the grill's still pretty much the same shape. Just right here, there's like a curve, and right here is sharp. But the grill has a very similar designs, fog lights, similar designs. Of course, 2JZ. It's a little cold right now. Okay, so let me get a little bit specific on the stats. So both Lexus are rear-wheel drive. Both of them are 6 cylinders, right? Of course, 2JC versus the other one is a 3DR. Now, horsepower that they make from factory when they stock, the second gen GS makes 226 apparently from factory, and the third generation GS300 makes 245. Now, apparently, only the 2006 was GS300 because after 2007, these were GS350s only. Which means that this one right now, I think it has a 3.0 or a 2.5, no, a 3.0 V6. And then the 2007, the GS350, it got the 3.5 V6. Same 2GR, just a little bit of bigger displacement. The second gen GS was never offered in an all-wheel drive, and this one is offered as an all-wheel drive. Although I personally don't like it much, it just makes it it just makes it a lot more complicated to work on it. But it was offered in a 4-wheel drive. Of course, it's newer, it's more technological. I don't think that the second gen GS came with cooled seats, and this one comes with heated and cooled seats. Comes with navigation. So, yeah, of course, this one has a lot more technology, it's a lot newer. Probably the outside, you'd think that it looks better, maybe, right? It's newer. So, I would say that it does. You could argue that it does look better. This modified, they look really good. Slammed, or I've seen a couple of wide body ones. It looks very, very sweet. Now, of course, this car was made to cruise, right? This car is a big cruiser. It's a big sedan where you can go comfortable for long distance in the highway and go comfortable, and at the same time be able to go fast. I mean, of course, it's not supposed to be a sport car, but it's supposed to still be able to have enough power to do good on the highway, right? Yes, if I compare them both side to side, this one feels a lot faster than my GS, of course. The acceleration is just a lot more. It is very smooth as well, very quiet, very gentle. It's a big boat, you know. It's a big boat. I had the opportunity to drive a 460, a GS460 of the generation. I think it was like a 2009, and oh my god, it was such an amazing car, such an experience. If you have the chance to own one of these generation Lexuses with a V8, It's amazing. And if you buy a 460, that's supposed to be like a unicorn car. Like, not many were sold. Like, I think like 5,000 in the US, something like that. Something very low. So, yeah, I definitely like the V8. Got a nice screen. Of course, automatic. Both generations of GSs were only offered in automatics. They were not offered in manuals, unfortunately. But yeah, this car feels very, very, very nice. The second gen GS. Of course, totally different. Of course, my car is modified. It's like the suspension different and everything. But there's just no comparison between the 2JC and the 2GRE. No comparison.